G'day again. Today I just want to harvest some moringa and a few other things, and I just want to show you where the moringa is situated. That's a nice Taiso lychee. It's almost reached the top of the fence, but you can see the moringa now is about 9 foot tall, 8.5 to 9 feet tall, and the trunk's probably 2 inches at the base. So it was just planted as maybe a 2-year-old seedling in ground there, and it didn't get any sun, or it didn't get a lot of sun until it got to about maybe 5 feet, and then now that it's taller than the fence and the carport, it's almost got all day sun, but I had to reach for it, didn't get it while it was young. And yeah, I think it's well established now. I don't think it will die of any weather system, but yeah, it's protected at the base from wind with the coffee, which is flowering for the first time, and yeah, there's a few other things to the side of it, some more coffee, black sapote, but today I'm going to trim some off this for the first time, and I think it's going to get put into a soup. Okay, so the first harvest of the moringa. And look at that, fresh moringa in Melbourne. And I'll probably leave a canopy on top of it as frost protection for the winter, but we'll harvest all these bottom leaves over time, so I'll add that to the collection. Alright, the next thing we'll harvest today is Persimmon, Fuyu variety. So I like to harvest from the top first, just so flying birds overhead don't start to get used to the fact that there's fruit here at this time of year. So I tend to get it before they do, in the top branches anyway, so even if they're not completely orange, when the calyx lifts at the top there, they're usually still pretty good. So these top ones we take off, and it sort of keeps the tree a little bit camouflage, the fruit a little bit camouflage, sorry. And yeah, I've already picked a few, so we'll add this to the collection. So there's the moringa, and there's the Fuyu persimmons, and that's next to the dwarf Nagasaki wazi, which has taken off this year. You can see it's grafted onto quince rootstock to keep it small, so that's why it looks like a plum trunk at the bottom there, and apparently only maximum of 2 meters. Alright, so coming up in the future, I'll do a Namroy pomelo harvest vid. I've got about maybe 8 or 10 on that single tree, but they're green at the moment. So the next thing I'll harvest is some of these long melon, but they're a bit hard to harvest while filming, so I'll harvest them off camera. There we go, a couple of nice long melon. They go good in all sorts of dishes with meat or by themselves, stir fried. So that's long melon. And now the next thing we'll harvest. Alright, so the next thing is eggplant. The plant's starting to die off now. So I've already taken a few off this one, about 6, so this is the last one. So like a store-bought quality, so that's next thing for the collection. So it doesn't take long to build up a nice little harvest of fruit and veg. Saves queuing up at the supermarket. Right, so I haven't shown this yet, but I've got a potted, in a huge tall pot, passion fruit, just your standard Nelly Kelly black. And I'm going to see how it goes here, because it's under the eaves. It only gets afternoon sun, but it gets a lot of afternoon sun. So I've found these online to attach it to attach the trellis to the wall without drilling anything. And this year it's put out quite a bit of growth, so might get passion fruit eventually, which is something I always wanted to have but didn't have the room. So because I'm not in the front yard as much as the backyard, I tend to net some of the fruit before it gets really ripe, just in case some birds see it. But this is the gyro persimmon, which I won't harvest today, but you can see how much bigger. They're like a giant persimmon. And also this wonderful pomegranate has got some huge ones on it this year. Look at it, look at that. So what I'm trying to do with this one is do a harvest video when the Ben-Hur ripens. I've got a Ben-Hur with a fair bit of fruit on it, and do a comparison. So here's the Ben-Hur, got about 10 to 12 fruit on it, and this one here is probably the largest, but this is the first time it's fruited, so they'll probably get bigger than this over time as the tree gets bigger, but that's still quite a decent fruit. And hopefully I can do a comparison video if they ripen around similar time. But the next thing I want to harvest is the Japanese seedless Mandarin. It's second season in the ground, and this is my favourite Mandarin because you can pick it when it's green, and once the skin's soft, that one you can pick when it's green, and it won't be as sweet, but it's still very edible when it's green. So I'll get one of them as well. And this is my double grafted dragon fruit tree, and I just harvested a couple of fruit off this branch here. So that'll be the last thing harvest today. I've got a few other varieties here, including this Trisha, which I hope gets ripe this year, and we'll be able to do a taste test on that one. Today we harvested these two Vietnamese white, and I reckon they're about 900 grams each, so 1.8 kilo just in two fruit there. So I'll add them to the pile too. So there you go, that's the total harvest for this afternoon. In edible garden that didn't have a single edible tree in it in 2020 or thereabouts. So we're in the first half of 2024, and yeah, harvesting all sorts of stuff. So the sooner you start, the sooner you can enjoy all these fruits of your labour. Alright, so thanks for watching that one. I'll see you on the next one.